natin what is global society and the science of sociology. Kasi ang global society, global world, yan tayo, dyan tayo. Yan ang religion, yan ang kapatid mo. Yan ang mga fraternity, doon yung fraternity, doon yung mga sinasabi ninyo, doon sa global society na yan. So the term global society is used to refer to a society that is being built in modern times, in which all the people of the world have a good deal in common with one another. That's global society. Kaya ang ating mga kaibigan na mga Jesuits, nagtayo sila ng mga Ateneo, ng mga universities. Kasi yun ang global society. Ano yung science nito, kapatid? So hindi nagpabaya ang Panginoon sa atin. Kasi yung Biblia niya, na hawak natin ngayon, nag-prescribe ng globalization. Advance ang kanya. Kaya nga testimony niya. Kaya nga ang testimony niya is the spirit of prophecy. Yung buhay na takbo ng kanyang mga binibikas. The spirit of prophecy. Prophecy is an advanced declaration. So truth that foretells globalization. Christ speaks globalization. Pag sinabi niyang globalization, ano ang dynamics nito? Ano ang naging epekto nito? Ano ang naging produkto nito? Para maintindihan natin kung patapos na ba talaga, pangwakas na ba talaga? Ano ang koneksyon nito sa tinatawag na pagdating ng Panginoon, all eyes will see Him. So dito natin maintindihan the word for humanity and its movement. So sinasabi talaga ng Biblia tungkol sa sanlibutan at sa sangkatauhan. At ang lahat ng galaw nito, the movement. Kaya importante makikita natin, pakalan natin muna yung salitang movement. From Genesis, yung move. And the Spirit of God move. Kasi napaka-importante ng salitang movement. Creation is a movement. Great controversy is a movement. The fall is a movement. Redemption is a movement. So kailangan mong makikita yung galaw. Ang galaw lang, kapatid. Truth for humanity and its movement. Christ for humanity and its movement. So Christ-centered means how Christ tells us about you and me and His instruction. Hindi man pwede magkaroon ng instruction siya na wala siyang paglasalarawan ng ating buhay at ang ating komunidad at ang ating humanity. Kaya nga, world for the church and its movement. Paano kaya dinescribe ng salita, the word Bible, ang ating church and its movement? Because 90% of the Bible, God speaks through His people. Kaya pag binasa mo ang Genesis to Revelation, makikita mo talaga dyan, kapatid. Prophets and kings, the patriarchs, halos lahat. Halos lahat na, kapatid. No, the church. Truth for the church and its movement. Ano ba yung katotohanan sa iglesia? Bakit si Kristo talaga, bago niya pinamahagi at pinoproclaim ang ending ng story of redemption, bakit kailangan niyang pumasok doon sa templo bago siya umakyat sa Mount of Olives, kapatid? Yung apocalyptic niya, focus to His people, the church and His movement. So Christ for church and His movement. In our other episode, pag-aralan natin ng masinsinan ito. Because this is a heartbreaking, this is a very touching topic, the church and its movement. Kailangan natin ma-embrace yung dynamic ng Pharisees, Sadducees, and Sanhedrin. Until we embrace that we are these people, we cannot move forward. We cannot grow in grace. Kailangan talaga natin, kasi kiniklaim natin na we are the modern Israel. Pag sinabi natin modern Israel, balikan natin kung sino yung Israel noon. Ano ang nangyari noon? So we can learn lesson kasi sinabi ng Great Controversy. What transpired in the first advent with God's people is the same what will happen to us, the last generation. It's the same what will happen to the church and to the people, to the world. Kaya napakabait ng Panginoon na ang science talaga magbigay sa atin ng realidad ngayon. Ang science na nagtuturo kung ano ang planet Earth natin ngayon. The truth about us today, the humanity and the world, because it's the science, cause and effect, and its movement defines present truth. Sa previous generation, science din doon. Sa panahon ni Moses, science din yun. In the previous, science din yun. Because science stands by itself. Hindi siya yung, yung mga illusionary, yung mga katang-isip lang. So ngayon, as we begin to know, alamin natin, unahin natin sa bundok ng Olibo. Kasi water comes from the mountain. At saka si mismo si Kristo ang nag-model ng ating series na ito. Unahin natin ang bundok, saka pa tayo pupunta sa river. From the river, we go to the mountain. Ganun, kapatid. Now, let us begin in the Mount of Olives. Bago siya umakyat, dumaan siya sa templo. Siyempre, yun ang engagement niya sa church that he loves. Doon yung mababasa sa chapter 23, woe unto you, woe unto you. 8 times he mentioned. Dito, habang sila naglalakad, pinagyabangan ng mga disciples, yung 4 na disipulo ang templo. The grandeur, ang pinakamaganda, the most sophisticated, the most beautiful building during the Roman Empire, the Temple of the Jews. Nang pinagmayabang ng disipulo, sinabi agad ng Panginoon, not one stone will be left. Lahat wawasakin yan. And that struck the heart of the 4 disciples. Because temple symbolizes relationship to the God as the Creator. You take out the temple, tanggalan mo ang temple, kapatid, walang covenant, walang Jews, kapatid. Tanggalin mo yung templo, kasi yun lang kanilang covenant. The temple already can work. Nang kung sa akin ito, ako matitira sa kanila. Kaya yun ang nagpagulumihan sila. Habang naglalakad, talagang nag-struggle sila sa issue na yan. Hanggang sa nakaupo sila sa Mount of Olives, agad-agad nila, sabay-sabay silang nagtanong. The 4 disciples asked the same questions, when shall these things be? Ang question na when shall these things, it refers to a statement that was already pronounced by God. Kasi mayroon ng pronounce, so dapat ang tanong, kailan kaya mangyari yun? When shall these things be? Pero ang siyempre alam nila na pag nawasak na yan, ibig sabihin, ending na ang mundo? Tapos na? Kasi ang simbolo nga ng templo, existence nila yun. That's their existence. So ang tanong ngayon nila, what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age? In other words, what will be the movement of your coming and the end of the age? Sign means movement. So ibig sabihin, ang gusto ng mga 4 disciples na yan, kasi 4 lang sila dyan Specific ang tanong nila. Christ coming is with signs. So they solicit something from Christ so they can be assured the authenticity of His promised coming. Kasi nakapromise na siya, I will come again. So, tanong na sila dito kasi last engagement ito. Kasi after this incident, bumaba na siya, hinuli na siya para i-crucify. So, signs of His coming, and the end of the age. Ano ba yung end of the age? Yung age means the length of somebody. Yung stand, yung space ng redemption story of the Great Controversy. The end of the Great Controversy. Signs of His coming. So pag tinanong tayo ng signs of His coming, alam natin na Christ's coming is a visible, audible, global event. Christ's coming is the ending event. Is the closing event of the story of redemption. Yun na ang Maranatha, the blessed hope. Kasi pagdating ng Panginoon, matatapos na yung panahon ng kasalanan, panahon ng kasamaan. Pero many times, pag nagamit ang mga mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, minsan ginagamitan natin yung signs before His coming. Pero pag binasa mo ang Bible, wala tayong mababasa na mayroong salitang before His coming. Wala, kapatid. Ang tanong lang ng disipulo, sign of His coming. Iba ang before, iba yung of His coming. Kasi yung of, ang meaning ng of sa Microsoft Encarta, ang meaning niyan, connected with, used to indicate the place that somebody or something belongs to it or connected with. So saan nakakonect yung of? Saan nakakonect yung signs? Nakakonekta yung signs sa pamamagitan sa paggamit ng of, sa English na of, sa coming niya. Kaya it indicates a part of something that is normally considered as a whole. Isa lang siya na event coming niya. Pero yung coming niya, mayroon siyang movement. May sign ang coming. Isa lang siya, kapatid. Paglagyan mo ng before yan, ibig sabihin, hindi siya part of the whole. Before the whole, bago ang buo, mayroon pa. Pero ito, of thy coming. Kasi pag sinabi mong before, sa meaning niya sa Microsoft Encarta Dictionary, it indicates sequence. Used to indicate sequence of actions. One preceding the other and closely connected with it. So before the whole, yung of, kapatid, ay isang connecting word sa sign of His coming. Kasi ang movement of the story of redemption is a progressive movement. Nang sinabi ni Kristo, I will come again, kailan niya sinabi yun? 2,000 years ago. Doon sa multitude at saka sa disciples niya. If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again. John 14:1-3. Now He keeps on telling in prophetic injunctions na He is going to have this one. Kay John the Revelator, diyan ng Patmos, nagkaroon siya ng 1-7, the 7 churches. So binigay niya na on that particular time, there will be a group of people who believes in His coming. Kaya yung group of people na itatawagin natin church ay naitatag sa takdang panahon. Sa pagtatag ng church na yan, inatasan sila na mag-proclaim na ng coming niya, the coming of the Lamb. Yung coming of the Lamb, equated siya ng warning message. Bakit warning message? Yung Lamb coming. Kasi mayroong wrath of the Lamb. Dapat nalinaw yan. Simple lang ang story of redemption. Huwag nating i-complicate, kaibigan. Kaya nga, pagdating ng 1844, 1863, doon na itatag, kaya doon ang Christ is coming very soon. Yung Christ is coming very soon because the warning will be seen now. Makikita na ang fulfillment ng kanyang mga binibigkasan. So kung makita mo ang sign, movement ng kanyang pagdating, sign of His coming, Christ mismo, Christ is coming. Christ is coming, kapatid. Kaya pag nakikita mo yung binibigkasan niya, binibitawan niyang prescription o description o movement o yung sinasabi na ito ang movement ng kanyang pagdating, huwag mong lagyan ng soon yun. Kasi pag nilagyan mo ng word na soon yun, ibig sabihin, coming pa. Hindi na siya mismo yung movement, kapatid. So you deny the fulfillment. So, tinanggi mo na natupad na ang mga sinasabi niya. Because signs can be seen. Kaya ginamit siya ng word na verbs, you will see it. You will stand for it. So mga kaibigan, ingatan natin yung lingwahe ng ating panahon. Para hindi ma-confused ang mga tao. Dapat pag-aralan daw natin yung language, yung pinaka-grammar niya, yung pinaka-essence ng mga statements, kapatid. Christ is coming. So Christ is coming, paano mo ma-prove na coming na siya? Kasi may movement siya, kapatid. You know? So ang movement niya, global, kapatid. It's a global movement. Kaya sinabi niya, all eyes will see him. It's a global event. It's a global event, my friend. So it's coming, the end of the age. Ayun, kung buong mata, lahat ng mata makakita, so it's a global event. So kaya maitanong siguro natin agad, how does the Bible or the Word of God prescribing our time? Does it speaks globalization? Nagsalita kasi tungkol sa globalization. So the answer is exactly yes. Time magazine ngayon, hindi naman natin pwedeng ipagkailan na yan ang katotohanan. The New Roman Time magazine. Pagbasahin mo yan, hindi mo naintindihan na yung akdang panahon na babalik.
Buenos días, hermanos, hermanas around the world. Friends. To all our friends around the world. And to all Christians. Good day to all our friends around the world.